On. Perfect timing.
Huh? What do you mean?
I've been working on a way to incorporate beauty into our fights, instead of merely doing away with our enemies each time. And only a moment ago, I was struck with a bolt of inspiration.
Ah, is that right? So, what did you mean by perfect timing, then?
Ah, yes. So my potential idea is good and all, but I'll require your help to pull it off. Would you please lend me a hand?
Sure, but, nothing too weird, alright?
Have no fear.
Ooh, that totally sounds like something you'd come up with, Yusuke.
Of course, if you have no interest, you're in no way obligated to help.
No, it sounds awesome! Oh, but what if we tried doing this beforehand?
Oh, we should definitely incorporate that into the attack. I never would have come up with that part on my own.
Awesome! I can't wait!
Actually, I want to try it right now as well. I truly hope the star will grant us this.
We finally begin the Okumura Arc. After a few days where Morgana goes off on his own and recruits Haru to his own personal team, the two rejoin the Phantom Thieves after a heart-to-heart. But now we need to head to Mementos. Unfortunately, Haru's persona hasn't actually awakened yet, so she can't join the group in reforming the hearts of society. So we have to leave her behind for now, which is rather unfortunate because of how late in the game she appears. Things go rather smoothly in Mementos, save for the side quest that involves beating an invincible cheater. I usually get that one done before the trip to Hawaii so that I can beat him this time around, but the schedule for Royal packs 2 Mementos trips into a single day to get the most out of the time crunch. So as you can imagine, I go a little crazy trying to find 50 stamps in a single trip. Today is also the day that Yusuke unlocks his Showtime attack with On, and it's definitely, well, it's artistic, I can say that, but it's still pretty weird.
Are you ready?
Let's finish this beautifully, just the way you like.
On guard! Come, we must bring grace to this battle.
The sharper the thorn!
Beauty is deadly! Unworthy of my blade.
Very beautiful. Let's do this!
And now that you've cleared another section of Mementos, all the request conditions of your current level 8 confidence should be cleared and you can continue ranking them up. And since you can engage in Futaba's confidence, you can begin starting rank 6 and onward of Sojiro's. At this stage of the game, Futaba also lends you access to the Tower Confidant, who is necessary to unlock in order to defeat the invincible enemy from before. It's also at this point where Akechi begins spending his evenings in LeBlanc instead of Kichijoji. So if you intend to spend time with him, don't use Kawakami's services to make coffee or curry for you. You might still be able to have her do your laundry, but I'd save just in case. Next up, I'm going to be showing you my voiceover attempt for the next Akechi Confidant, followed by 2 more of Dr. Maruki, who is possibly my favorite addition to this game. Enjoy! This feels wonderful. It's been a while. Years. I used to frequent one when I was younger.
So,
Of course, these days I'm the detective prince, but my family situation was, well, complicated. By the time I was old enough to realize it, my father was already gone. My mother was all I had. My mother worked at a nightclub. Whenever she had to bring a man home, she'd send me off to a local bathhouse. It's in the past. I have no reason to blame her either. The only one who deserves blame is my father. The worthless, degenerate excuse for a man who abandoned my mother. I wanted to force him to finally give her the apology he owes her, but that's no longer possible. Sorry. I didn't mean for our conversation to get so depressing. Actually, are you alright? I know the hot water can make people dizzy. I'm still good to go too. I feel like I'm barely starting to feel warmed up.
It was quite nice.
These really taste the best when you're just out of the bath. Oh, I think I'm a little lightheaded. I thought so. Your face is bright red, you know. This is the first time I've ever taken a bath like this. I've never told anyone else about my family situation either. I wonder why I told you. Curious indeed. Now that you mention it, maybe we are pretty similar deep down. We're both victims of the adults who unfairly impacted our lives.
Yes.
I'm even more sure of that after having talked with you. Then again, this probably isn't a conversation we should be having naked. Let's get dressed, shall we?
All right.
My skin still feels like it's radiating heat. Next time, let's keep the competition out of the bath. Though we could always see who changes faster. First to leave wins. Are you ready?
Goodbye then.
Hey, between the delicious coffee and the bath, I finally managed to relax, so thank you. It's nice to spend the day as Goro Okechi for once, rather than the detective prince, you know? I don't know if it's because of the whole prince image, but everyone seems to think I'm some brilliant prodigy. It's really nothing like that, but people always seem to misunderstand. If they saw how I was acting today, maybe they'd say I wasn't acting like the detective prince. Oh, I didn't mean for that to sound negative. I'm sorry if I offended. If anything, I envy you. You fit right in with the retro vibe back there. Honestly though, I just can't figure you out, no matter how I try. You and I have common ground in some aspects, but in others, we're total opposites. It's intriguing. The more I get to know you, the more it makes me think. I wonder why that is. Now I'm veering into strange territory. I should let you go for now. See you.
I'm sorry.
Sorry for coming over out of the blue. You must have a real knack for coffee. This is fantastic. I'd love to try some, but I think I'd better restrain myself for now.
You see...
It's about the research we've been discussing. I'm actually putting it all together in a paper. It's been really progressing lately, thanks in no small part to you, but I feel like I've hit another wall. So I'm sorry to bother you, but I'd appreciate if you'd help me to talk through this again.
Thank you.
Really? Thank you. You're really saving me here. In deepening our understanding of the heart, I wanted to find a means of helping those who have been hurt by traumas. I already told you that was the point of all my research, right? It's thanks to you that my project has come this far. But because of that progress, I've realized a problem, one that may not have any solution. Even if my research makes great strides, even if we do find some miraculous way of healing psychological wounds, with the way things are now, I can only save the people directly within my reach. True, I guess. It's better than not being able to save anyone, but I just can't be satisfied with that. I mean, there's so many people out there suffering so badly, they can't even speak up and let that pain out. This is a painful, cruel, bitter world, and there's only so much one individual can do to fight against that. I've said it before, working as a counselor only makes that more painfully obvious. I think our current way of doing things just isn't enough.
You know,
Deep down, I don't think it's enough that I can just help people around me. A few people out of a billion? I want to help more people overcome their suffering. Pain can strike the heart in infinitely diverse ways. In turn, we have infinite methods by which we treat it. And like I said earlier, there are people who need help desperately, but can't ask for it. They can't even share their pain. Even if we had a full understanding of the human heart and an effective treatment to soothe it, I don't think that would be enough to finally beat trauma. And I guess that's what I ultimately realized. Yeah, that'd probably be easier. Unfortunately, I've never been great at giving up when I should. If we could peer into the hearts of every person alive, diagnose, understand, and then remove the root cause of their pain, it sounds like something out of a dream. Let me put it this way. Counseling takes time because you have to really listen to each individual person, right? I just think it'd be better if there was some way to really understand everyone's cognitions more quickly and accurately. Then again, that'd be impossible. Maybe truly understanding all people's hearts is beyond human capability. Did I say something wrong? Where's this coming from? Sure, they can connect, but... No, wait.
Oh!
You're right. My God, you're right. That's it. The collective unconscious. If people's hearts are connected in the unconscious, their senses are shared subconsciously. It's so simple. Why didn't I realize it before? Yes, right, and if I can combine this with a theory I'm verifying, I can tie it all back to cognitive science, too. Huh? Yes. What about it? Oh, I didn't say earlier? The research I'm doing is on cognitive science. But I'm sorry, I need to go. I need to get this in my paper while it's still fresh in my mind. I knew it'd be worth bringing to you. Thank you. I swear, I'll repay you for this.
All right. All right then.
Well, I need to get going. See ya. Oh. Sorry for, rushing out so suddenly earlier. Sorry. I ended up running to the station on sheer adrenaline. I didn't realize I was this out of shape. Anyhow, you helped me come to a major realization. The answer was right in front of me and I couldn't see it. All I need to do now is focus on my paper. After all your help, I'm going to finish it for your sake too. Seriously, thank you. Bye.
Well, shall we begin?
For today's topic, let's see. I'd like to hear your opinion on these phantom thieves of hearts. The ones who steal the desires of criminals and reportedly force them to confess. Maybe it's a little hard to believe, but I guess I've taken an academic interest in them. They are? Well, I believe so at least. It's just a gut feeling I have. I just get the feeling the Phantom Thieves' work and my research are rooted in the same principles. That's why I've decided to analyze them from my own perspective. For example, there's the matter of their methods. According to those calling cards they send out, their stated method is to steal your desires. How is such a feat even possible? Any ideas? Removing them, as if they're something material rather than abstract. So they'd be stealing desires by taking some tangible form of them. Well, in that case, I suppose it'd be possible if you could find some physical proxy for human desire.
Say,
Do you remember that story with the cookies? In that experiment, the desire for the cookies actually changed the way people tasted them. I think we can look at this in the same way. They're not something easily perceived, but desires have a tremendous effect on our cognition. Put another way, if that desire is gone, your cognitive perception of the cookies skews back to normal. So, does that remind you of anything?
right.
The Phantom Thieves' own change of heart. That's the basis of my theory. Their theft of desire is not metaphorical, but something more direct. We still don't know exactly how they steal these desires, of course. But if this idea of physical, tangible desires can be actualized, I think I'd logically follow that they can be taken away. In a world of intangibles, let's say a world composed of the contents of people's heart. Well, they're thieves, so if they could perceive a world like that, they could steal desires like any other treasure. Hey, you think I'm getting anywhere here? You think so too? If it's actually anywhere close to the truth, it'd be incredible. Then again, we'll probably never know for sure unless we can ask one of the Phantom Thieves themselves. I think I can construct a solid hypothesis now. It feels like I'm just one step away from finishing this paper.
Thank you. All right.
Now, today's mental training technique. How about something like this?
All right.
Oh, and here. Never a bad time for a snack, right?
Well, see you.
Thanks for inviting me. Oh, I'm the first one here? Yep, you've got them all beat. I see. Actually, this may have been a stroke of good luck. There's something that I want to discuss with you. What's the situation? I've been thinking, I want to be more helpful to the Phantom Thieves. So I came up with a new approach to fighting in hopes of making it a regular strategy in our battles. But I need your help to make it happen, Monochan.
Oh, me, eh? Well, if you need me, then who am I to turn you down?
Thank you. So, I'll get right to it. What I'm thinking is... And that's how we finish.
Haru? Sometimes the stuff you come up with honestly scares me.
Oh, it's absolutely fine if you don't want to.
Not another word. I'll do it. You deserve only the grandest of performances.
Great! Thank you, Monochan. I wonder if the star will grant us our wish.
All right.
Just Just you wait, leader. I'll show you my best.
And now we move on to Okumura's Palace. Haru finally awakens to her persona, and it's time to go hunt down some will seeds. The first one I actually stumbled across by accident. It's in the first area you go into once you hit your first roadblock. I guess I was just so used to using the grappling hook to find common solutions to these roadblocks, I accidentally passed up the control panel and headed straight towards it. The second will seed is actually in plain view, but you can't access it directly. Instead, you have to wait until you reach the section where you manipulate the speed of the working arms until it collapses. Once you have the bridge to the other side, you can interact with the control panel that shuts off the security lines, preventing you from accessing it. You can take the long way around, or you can zipline your way back up there with a grappling hook. The final will seed presents itself the same way it does in Futaba's Palace. If you already know the answer to the full puzzle from the original game, then you'll realize that you only have to solve half of it in order to progress forward, but completing the entire puzzle gives you access to the mini-boss guarding your final will seed. Beat it down and take your prize. The Okumura boss is pretty much the same boss as it was before, except Okumura's strategy differs somewhat, preferring to have his minions single out individual members of your team to take out.
Now, my devoted workers, targeting them at random won't do the trick. You have to take each one out individually. Here, target that one first. That bizarre black and white thing.
You can confuse them a little by swapping between party members, though I should say that Okumura does get bored and change targets every now and again. And it's interesting to hear how he describes each team member.
Oh, what an underhanded move. Target that one instead. The slutty-looking woman in red. The pompous man in the black coat. The phony with the face of my daughter.
I think the most surprising thing about this boss is we see a cognitive Haru take place at her father's side.
Very well then. Haru! Teach our employees how to demonstrate their loyalty properly.
Yes, Father. Me?
My Haru faithfully obeys my orders. After all, she's nothing like your charlatan.
Basically, it's my father's cognitive version of me.
Hey guys, don't let this get to you. Just remember, once we take Okumura down, it'll all be over. Let's wrap this up quick.
Not happening. You shouldn't have underestimated the strength of my company. Employees, fall in line. I won't let some petty thieves stand in the company's, no, in my way.
My father's words are absolute.
That's right, Haru. One must strike the enemy while the iron is hot. Shall we?
For a while, she's nothing more than a yes man, but eventually, when Okumura runs out of employees to fight you, he forces her to take front lines, adding an additional challenge to this frustrating timed boss. But once you survive, it's down with Okumura, and one more treasure is secured.
Damn it! If that's how it is. Haru, I command you to go forth. Show them the might of our company.
Yes, Father.
Okumura Foods will be gutted if I fall. Do you grasp the situation here, Haru?
Of course, Father.
Well, then protect me! Even if it costs you your life!
As you wish, Father. This is how my father sees me. Nothing more than a puppet that dances when ordered. This is for my father's sake. Enjoy!
What's the holdup, Haru? If you don't stop them, my dreams... It seems I've no other choice. Haru! Self-destruct! Detonate and take those damn thieves with you!
No way! Okumura's even willing to sacrifice his own daughter?
Everyone, let's destroy it before it can self-destruct.
But Noir, that's...
I am no longer my father's subservient puppet. The real me is standing right here, opposing him.
Show some brand loyalty.
Exterminate.
go down!
No! Exterminate your traps! Exterminate your traps! No holds barred! Exterminate your traps! All hail Father!
So even Haru couldn't finish them off. I've had enough. Someone get in here! Anyone!
Father, the time's come to end this. I hope you're prepared.